Okay, so say I'm given this problem where I have to write the equation of a quadratic in standard form that passes through these 3 points. Well, standard form for a quadratic, as we should know, is y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. We're going to leave the y and the x's alone, but what we really need to find out are the a, b, and c values. Well, we don't have much information other than these 3 points. Now, some of you may recognize that this -4 is my c value because it is on the y-axis. It's my y-intercept, and that's true. So even without knowing that, we can still find that out. What we do is we're going to write 3 different equations here, plugging in all of these points. So the first one, I'm going to plug in this first point of -1 comma -3. My y value is -3. I don't know what a is. My x value is -1. So all of my x values become -1. And now all of my y values become -3. I'm just left with a, b, and c. Next point is 0 comma -4. So my -4 value is going to be filled in there for y. I'm going to have a times 0 squared plus b times 0 plus c. And the last point is 2 comma 6. So I'm going to have 6 for my y and 2 for my x's. Now I can simplify all these. So the first one, well, actually, let's look at this middle one here, because this middle one is going to give me that c is equal to -4. So I can plug that in to both of my other equations. Simplifying the first equation, I have that -3 is equal to a minus b minus 4. Again, c being -4. When I add the 4 to both sides of this equation, I now have that a minus b is equal to +1. If I look at this third equation and simplify it, I'm going to have 6 is equal to 4a plus 2b, and again, -4 from c being -4. I can simplify this by adding the 4 to both sides so that I get 4a plus 2b is equal to 10. Now, something that's very nice about this is they both have factors of 2. So I can simplify this further by saying 4a becomes 2a, 2b becomes 1b, and 10 becomes 5. These are both equivalent statements, but this makes it easy for my next step, which is to combine these two functions. Just like I have before in the previous chapter, I'm going to try and combine these in such a way. I can use substitution, elimination, inverse matrices, or Cramer's rule. But if I line up these two equations, again, the first being a minus b is equal to 1, and the second being 2a plus b is equal to 5, I can see right away I can add these two equations. Because when I add these two, the b's cancel out. So I'm left with 3a equals 6, or a is equal to 2. Knowing that a is equal to 2, I can plug this back into one of these equations with 2 variables. I will choose my first one. So I will say a minus b is equal to 1, 2 minus b is equal to 1, or negative b is equal to -1, or b is equal to +1. Now I have my a value, my b value, and my c value. So I can rewrite this quadratic as y is equal to 2x squared plus x minus 4. That is my completed quadratic, just using those 3 points. It is important to note that it's very important to graph this to check that I have completed the final answer. I have, and that's it. So keep in mind that you have a lot of nice math in your history that you can use and bring up at any time. Here, we revisit the whole two systems of equations that we need to solve. All right, good luck. Happy math hunting.